Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jay Miller with Miller Storm Roofing and Reconstruction. Hey, before we get started in this video today, click like, click subscribe, click the notifications button so you get more videos like this. For new sales guys that have just started at a roofing company, you're probably like a deer in headlights. You're like, what is all this? You're probably drinking from a fire hose and you're getting hit with all kinds of information and you don't know really where to start when it comes to either knocking doors or what doors to knock or where to go. So I'm gonna give you guys some hints, some tips on how you can get your first deal as quickly as possible while you're out there on the field. So the number one thing, there's a lot of things that I'm looking for, but the one thing that I'm looking for, especially for new guys, and the easiest thing for you to digest is ugly. And I wrote the word ugly right here because really nobody likes ugly, right? And so what are some key things under ugly? One is gonna be missing shingles, right? There's something aesthetically displeasing about their roof. Most people don't like when you point that kind of thing out to them, but missing shingles, it could start a leak later in the road, and you wanna be more proactive than reactive, especially in the homeowner situation, get them dried in. So one, you got missing shingles. Two, I'm gonna be looking for a lower grade shingle system, okay? What I mean by this is a 25-year or less shingle. Why am I looking for those? A 25-year shingle looks like a flat piece of bricks. You can Google it, look at what a 25-year or a builder grade shingle looks like, because those shingles get damaged relatively easy. So chances are, if you're in a storm area or you get up there, you're highly likely to find more damage on that roof versus if you're knocking, metal or tile roofing systems, which are less likely, right? So I'm looking for lower grade shingle system. I'm also looking for algae. If you've ever seen those black streaks that are coming down a roof, those are called algae streaks. A lot of people, they don't know what it is or why it's happening, but usually this is signs of an older roof that may have been through some significant storms over the last couple of years. It's highly likely if they have algae, because the new roofs, they do not have algae. Most of them are algae resistant. There are some shingles out there that aren't algae resistant, but most of them have about a 10-year warranty to it. So if you see the algae, chances are it's an older shingle. I would knock that door. Then you're gonna be looking at ventilation. So if you can see that the vents aren't spinning anymore, those turbines on the top of the roof, if they're not spinning, chances are they've been knocked off of their axis and they're no longer ventilating the roof properly. So it's really important, if you see ventilation like that, to knock on their door and bring awareness to that as well. So this is kind of where I would start, right? And also anything that really just doesn't look cosmetically pleasing to a homeowner or the property, those are doors that I'm gonna talk to, because you wanna have something to talk about when you're knocking on someone's door, right? I mean, you don't want to go up to their door just with your initial pitch, trying to just do a cold pitch or the pitch that they gave you and be robotic, right? I like to go up to their house, and let's say if they have algae on their roof, I'm going to knock on their door and I'm going to say, hey, my name's Jay with Miller Storm. Hey, I know you guys don't like those algae streaks on the right side of your house. I mean, I know you guys take pride in your house. I see your landscaping, I see everything else, and I'm sure you guys don't like those algae streaks. Once you show that to them and you're like, hey, I know that this roof's about 8 to 10 years old. They're like, how did you know? Because, the new shingles don't do that. And it takes about 7 to 10 years for those algae streaks to occur on a roof. That's just the average. It could happen sooner, it can happen later, but usually that's a good average. And that chances are it might have some damage that can actually use that to restore the home, restore the roof with their insurance company, but who knows, right? But it is a way that you get the inspection. Also, another big point that I want you guys to focus on is to not bombard yourself with trying to figure everything out. Keep it as simple as possible, okay? Because when you know a lot of information like I do, I've been in this a while, sometimes I can get to rambling on about all the different things and all these different variables that can happen. And a lot of times the more you're talking, the more it can be building anxiety in the homeowner. So I like to get to the inspection as quickly as possible. It just assumes the sale, so you're able to get the inspection faster. So when you're new in roofing and you're wondering, maybe you don't have the greatest sales trainer, you're like, other guys aren't working with you, or you're willing to work more hours than what most of those guys are gonna work at the roofing company, and you want to achieve as fast as possible, I'm hitting ugly first. Okay, ugly is easy to spot. All you're gonna do, pull storm data, and it gives you a good topic and conversation piece to talk to homeowners so you feel confident when you're knocking on the door and you have a good starting conversation to start off with. So this is all the things. There's also some ugly stuff as well. It could be bird poop, all kinds of stuff you'll see on a roof, but it's a good conversation starter. So if you like this video, click like, click subscribe, click the little notifications button below, and I'll be dropping more hints and tips on how to be successful in the roofing industry. We'll talk to you soon.